We're so good at this. We're not out of practice at all.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Two Gays and Digimon podcast.
I'm Michael.
I'm Adam.
And we are two gays who
and
are
this
doing
is
a
our Digimon podcast.
Yeah.
So we've been out for a little while.
Yeah, we had some stuff going on.
Yeah, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out, and that took over my life for a little while.
Mm-hmm. And then the coronavirus came out and took over both of our lives
again.
again.
We were infected with the coronavirus and had to reformat our digital world.
Yeah, and now we're some sort of Last of Us.
You're some sort of Last of Us.
I'm some sort of Last. It was my second time having COVID.
It was my first time having COVID, so that was rough.
Yeah.
It wasn't actually that bad, but I was just mad that I got COVID.
Yeah, but then you got to stay home from school for a week, and that wasn't too bad.
That's great, yeah.
You didn't get to see me.
And some of our friends are competing on this season of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Mm-hmm. Three of them.
And two of them have already gone home.
Yeah.
Oops.
It was a rough... It was a rough evening.
We here at TwoGaysPod are fans of Amethyst and Robin Fierce and Lucy LaDuca.
Mm-hmm.
So,
even though she's old. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm also old, so. And we're now gonna have to find out if Digimon's gonna stay on Hulu so we can watch it.
Yeah, we got like a notice that it was getting taken off Hulu, but now that notice is gone, and I think the time period, it said like you have 10 days, and it's been like 19, I think, so...
Yeah, 19 days and counting.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Cheaper by the Digimon.
Cheaper.
So, yeah.
We're back on the wagon now, though.
We're back on the We're back on the train, mon.
Electric Boogaloo-Mon. No, that's different sequel. Back in the Habit. Yeah. Anyway.
We're crushing this today.
I think we're having fun.
We're having a camp time. So, we're back with Digimon Adventure 02, episodes 22 through 24.
And we left off on, like, a very
serious
note.
Wormmon died!
Yeah, I wasn't happy about it.
I'm sorry to leave all of you in the lurch. I know you just are grasping at straws to know what is going to happen next.
Yeah, and we are literally the only source on the internet to find out what happens in the plot.
There is literally no one else that has Digimon content on the internet.
Yeah, Wikipedia changed their format, so now you can't read it.
It's true. And Wikimon doesn't exist.
Oh, I was going to say, is Wikimon a real Digimon? Because that would be a cool one for them to add.
No, Wikimon is the website.
Oh, that makes sense.
But Wikimon would have been cool for, like, Appmon, where they were going to have, like, Appmon based off of real websites like Google.
He just walks around giving you fun facts for free without prompting.
He's easily corrupted by evil, because you can edit Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's true.
Even though that's bullshit, and I don't really, like, think that makes anything wrong. Like, what's someone gonna do? Like,
yeah, there's, like, a moderation system where, like...
And also, like, I feel like Wikipedia, like, editing the Bible page on Wikipedia to say something edgy is so, like, 2006.
Yeah.
Like, I think we've all grown out of that.
I feel like Wikimon would be like, for some reason, all the gay people go straight to the personal life section on all of my pages.
Yeah.
How many times can you read about Brandy's car accident before you get bored?
I love Brandy.
I do too.
And even though she killed that guy. But you know who else killed that guy? Ken. Cause
Pontius Pilate.
Ken killed Wormmon indirectly because he was not a good friend.
Yeah, Chimeramon killed him directly.
Yeah. But that's okay. No, Wormmon killed himself directly because
he like fell?
No, he gave his power to Magnamon.
That's right.
So we start off with this episode 22, and the English dub is called Davis Cries Wolfmon.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Japanese is called Brave Evolution XVmon. I wonder what could happen in this episode.
I think Davis is going to cry Wolfmon. And then Brave Evolution is going to XVmon.
Slay. So we start off this episode with a recap of Wormmon's death.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very emotional. And then we get into the episode, and we have like some short little vignettes of all of the main Digidestined this season.
Which, there was one line from this I really liked, but I'll let you recap them.
So the first one we see is Cody, and he is reading a passage in a story aloud in front of his class. And it starts off very emotional, and then it becomes very silly because even though I love the camp aspect of Digimon Adventure, the writers didn't know when to stop.
Yeah, they never knew when to commit to a moment.
And also, I think that might not have been their fault. I think they might have been pushed to. Well, we know that they were pushed to add more Americanized jokes.
Yeah.
So, but this could have been a moment because it literally comes right after Wormmon's sacrifice in the recap, and then Cody's reading this story about a king who everybody loved. So Wormmon.
Yeah.
And then he dies because he stands on the wrong end of the cannon.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a more direct, one-to-one about that he wrote about.
Well, maybe in the original it was.
Yeah.
So then we see Yoli, our woman in STEM.
She has a tube of hydro something stuff.
Yeah, our woman in STEM.
Her being so confidently wrong, has been a theme. I respect it. I respect that she's I'll tutor you guys. She doesn't know what the hell she's doing.
Oh, I think that she does know what she's doing, but she tries to play for the boys.
I like that. That's interesting. Yeah.
Because remember, she knows how to fix a computer. She's really smart.
Yeah. No, she is really smart. Just maybe not at chemistry, but maybe she is, and you're right. She's faking it.
Kari is dancing in PE because above all else, Kari is a woman.
Yeah. A woman of grace.
Yeah.
And Patamon and Gatomon are we're gonna dance too.
And then Davis and TK are playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are boys. And we are starting to seeing that Vmon has a crush on Gatomon, just like Davis has a crush on Kari.
Yeah, which is cute.
It is pretty cute, I guess. I think it is interesting, how much more humanoid the 02 Digimon seem to be over the,
01.
The Gen 1.
Yeah, that is true. Not so much Armadillomon, but definitely Hawkmon and Vmon.
No, Armadillomon,
he's usually on all fours, I feel like.
That's not what I mean by humanoid. It's that, we never saw really, it's not because, Tai has a crush on Sora or whatever, Agumon has a crush on Biomon.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
Or, I think it's because we get so much more of the 02 Digimon in the real world versus, the week that they were in the real world in the first adventure.
Yeah, and some shit was going down that week.
They were a little busy that week.
Yeah. Their calendar was they were overbooked and blessed.
That's true. So, yeah, we get a lot of stuff about TK being a better basketball player than Davis.
Yeah, there's a whole scene where Davis takes the ball, runs up the court, and loses the ball, and then complains about his teammates not passing it. And I'm you were the one with the ball.
Yeah.
They passed it to you, and you lost it, and then you complained about them not passing it. Lug nut.
Not the lug nut.
Not the... Right, he got hit right in the lug nuts. No, he didn't.
Well, he got hit in the face with the ball.
He did, it was very fun.
Then we cut to Cody stressing over being late for, the meetup of the Digidestined, so my neurodivergent theory grows stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But Yoli meets him up with him in the hallway and is we're gonna be late.
Yeah.
She's a good person.
She's an ally.
Yeah, she's an ally. And then they enter the digital world and they have some philosophical questions. Why can we still enter the digital world? There's no obvious threat.
And who should go to the farmland?
Yeah. Right now, their reasoning for re-entering the digital world is reconstruction.
Yeah. They have to rebuild all the stuff the Digital Emperor broke.
Which leads me to my question. Where the fuck is Genai?
Yeah. Where is Genai?
Yeah, where are Ogremon and Leomon?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Leomon is a little bit nebulous because it's like, oh, he died in the first adventure, and it was like pretty, like, it was like the second most emotional death.
Yeah.
But it was kind of implied that once they defeated the Dark Masters and the primary village came back, Leomon and all of the Digimon would be reborn because they died in the digital world, where like the Digimon, like Wizardmon that died in the human world would stay dead.
Yeah.
But we have not seen Leomon reborn, and Ogremon didn't die, so like we haven't seen him at all.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just like a plot thing where they can't be like, well, why didn't Leomon help during like the Digital Emperor, and like he would have been too powerful.
Well, no, he wouldn't have been powerful enough, and also, well, it would have been retreading the same thing with Devimon.
Yeah,
where like he was taking over Devimon, but like we could have had him have to like kind of battle with like we could have had him and Ogremon having become friends.
Yeah,
and then they have to fight each other again
because of the spires.
Ogremon like got taken over by the Dark Ring or whatever.
Yeah, they really went from rings to spirals.
Yeah,
or gears to rings to spirals.
They were spiraling.
She's serving evil.
So Yoli leads the relief effort by divvying up where everyone's gonna go. I don't remember. I didn't take notes where everyone was gonna go. So.
I just remember one of them was lifting wood with the Gatsumon, and I wrote down the Gatsumon sound like blah, 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 blah. And I was like, why do they sound like that?
Because they're rocks.
Yeah, true.
They actually say a line, because I've seen this like 50 million times. They say, "Leave no stone unturned, even if it's your cousin."
I missed that one. That's good. Even if it's your cousin.
So TK has a theory about why they can re-enter the digital world. And he shares with Kari. Except it takes him a while, and he doesn't actually like say any theories.
But yeah, his theory is the thing that they said like 10 minutes ago, like, why are we brought back here?
His theory is that something wicked this way comes. That there's another evil coming that they still need to defeat.
Yeah, which they should have realized, because there's like 30 more episodes in the season.
Yeah, I mean, they were contracted for like 52 episodes. So, like,
yeah, come on guys, get it together.
So then, Davis up late pondering the concept of female free will.
Who up pondering their gender theory.
Yeah.
Pondering. I said condering. I don't think that's a one.
And it's not a word.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My English degree failed me.
It's okay. It's failing us all.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, they don't... Like, Davis is just, he's, like, so close to understanding that, like, oh, maybe if I, like... Maybe, like, Kari has the ability to like things that I don't, and, like... He's so close to getting the point.
Yeah, but he's also so far.
Yeah. So he has Davis's like crackpot idea is that Kari must like TK more than him because Patamon can digivolve to Anjumon, the champion level.
Yeah, but then he also says it has to do with dancing. Like he says
he
wants...
No. He says that Gatomon would like Vmon more if Vmon could dance.
Okay, yeah.
So Vmon should digivolve to Champion Mega Dancermon. And then they have like some cute art of like probably one of their kids, like Digimon OC.
Yeah, aw, that is cute.
Yeah, that's very sly. It also just looks like a more colorful version of Anjumon. So
now the mission is to activate Vmon.
No. Not yet.
Okay.
A mysterious enemy Digimon appears.
Oh, right.
Davis sets up a fake threat to try to get Vmon to digivolve.
Yeah, it's like a Trojan horse kind of situation.
It's a Trojan Monthemon situation.
Yeah.
And it's like all of like the Vegemon and like Numemon wearing a big like Monthemon suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he set up a fake threat, and it was...
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work, and also, like, it was kind of just mean.
He's gaslighting Vmon.
He is gaslighting Vmon.
And not, like, gaslighting in, like, the fake way that people on, like, Twitter use gaslighting now. Like, he's actually, like, trying to trick Vmon into thinking that threats that aren't real are real.
Yeah, and that, like... So he's trying to, like, convince Vmon that he is in danger, so Vmon will digivolve to save him.
Yeah.
Even though, like, he already achieved Magnamon, which is stronger than the champion level. So, like...
Yeah. This is... Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a weird episode. It's a weird concept.
Yeah, and so after that fails, Vemon is pissed.
Vemon's a little annoyed, but he gets over it.
Yeah, and then there's another threat, kind of.
Yeah,
They start running. I forget why they're running.
They're headed across that bridge, and then Davis says that Vemon is slower than the U.S. mail.
Yeah, and I was very offended, because my father, a letter carrier for the USPS, I forget how the rest of that quote goes for me girls, but my father, letter carriers, they work fast. The devil works hard, but the USPS works harder. So Davis can shut his...
Also, Davis is like a 12 to 13-year-old boy from Japan.
Yeah, so of course his U.S. mail knowledge is going to be limited.
Yeah, what does he know? What does he even know about the United States Postal Service?
That they wear blue, probably.
Maybe not. I don't know about the Japanese Postal Service.
He knows they bring blue, all those clues.
Letters. This is a note from editing Adam. I have no idea what the hell I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, we just got... Oh, yeah. The letters aren't the clues.
Wow. I wrote that... So Davis, like, runs across the bridge, and he's like, I'm gonna, like, snap the rope on this bridge, and then Vemon will have to, like, digivolve to save me.
Yeah.
I think Davis might be the new threat to the digital world.
Yeah, Davis is the new villain. Honestly, he's the old villain. It's him. Hi, he's the problem. It's him.
Yeah, Davis is Swift.
Swiftmon.
Actually, Swiftmon is a good name.
Thank you. Yeah.
That sounds like it'd be like a rookie Digimon.
Swiftmon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like really quick.
It's like a rabbit or something.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll post some OCR of Champion Mega Dancermon and Swiftmon.
It's just Taylor Swift's head photoshopped onto Agumon's body.
Swiftmon digivolves into Champion Mega Dancermon. Duh.
Yeah, of course. Because we all know that the one thing Taylor Swift still needs is to figure out how to choreograph.
Yeah. So they escape the bridge. Vemon does not digivolve to save Davis from falling off the bridge.
He falls into the water.
They fall into the water together, and Vemon is still like, well, it's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, Vemon, you're too nice. But then some boulders start falling down. They have to run away from the boulders.
Yeah.
And so in the dub, a boulder hits Tortamon, and Tortamon's like, what the fuck, bro?
Mm-hmm.
In the sub, Davis and Vemon catch Tortamon doing a pee-pee, and then a boulder hits him, and he's embarrassed.
Oh.
And that's why he's chasing after them.
Oh. Tortamon also is like he basically looks like a Triceratops, but his shell is like all spiny, like with those spinies from Mario.
Like a spiky shell tortoise.
Yeah, he has a really cool design.
Yeah.
But he's not slow like a tortoise. He's quick.
I have an OC Digimon that's a turtle, and he was on the OC Digimon's, like, dim card that I just had.
Oh.
So it could be like, he digivolves into this Digimon or Tortamon.
Oh, that's cute. So they start running away from Tortamon.
Oh, so you think Tortamon's cool. So my next note was to get your thoughts on Tortamon.
Yeah, I think he's a cool design. I think it is weird timing, given that in the next couple episodes we meet a new friend who looks very similar. Or at least somewhat similar, I would say. He does also remind me, because there's only so many ways to draw like a Triceratops type creature. But also his demeanor and voice remember me very much of Sarah's racist father from Land Before Time.
Oh, you mean Daddy Tops?
I forgot that his name was Daddy Tops. Yeah, the one who's like, we don't want any of those. I don't know is he being racist against the long necks? Who's he being racist against?
Everyone.
Yeah.
So then we go, like, Davis runs up on... the next couple bits of the episode are, like, Davis and Vemon trying to escape Tortamon, and they, like, keep running through everyone else's construction efforts.
The funniest of which...
Oh, no, this is the part where I made me annoyed, where, I am normally not an advocate for, like, women having to, like, appease men or, like, please men in any way. But Kari is like, if only Davis didn't have so many harebrained schemes, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, maybe Kari, if he weren't such a bitch to Davis, he wouldn't have these dumbass schemes sometimes.
Okay, but immediately after that, Kari's like, should we help him? And Tika goes, nah, let him suffer.
Well, no, the better part of that is when Gatamon's like, no, Davis always lands on his feet.
Yeah. I thought it was funny that Tika's like, no, let's not help him.
Well, TK's a dick.
Yeah, but who does try to help Davis? Cody, kind of.
Cody is gonna stand up to Tortamon with a wooden sword.
Well, because he's teaching
the Gazimon how to do kendo.
Yeah, it's very cute, actually.
Oh,
I had another note about Tortamon too.
What?
His voice acting is like the most obscenely like man just making animal sounds, because it's clearly just like I know objectively that this all like humans doing like sounds, but like it was so clearly just a guy. Sometimes it's usually like, kind of believable. At least, or like there's a suspension of disbelief where you can be like, oh, that sounds like a bird enough. But this was so clearly just a man going, rawr, rawr, rawr. It was really funny.
I think it's probably like the same guy who plays like several different characters, and this is his like fourth role in the episode, and he was just like, I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let out some aggression here.
So then, I wrote Davis actually has a pretty good strategy to get rid of Tortamon. Because Tortamon like corners them on a cliff, and Davis is like, all right, it's the end, pal. And like then he decides to ask Tortamon to like wash his hands before destroying him and Vmon.
Yeah,
and
which makes sense now that we know about the pee thing.
Yeah, but also Tortamon is an animal on 4 legs, so he was like lifting his leg to pee. So then I wrote Tortamon doesn't wash his hands for Tortamon anti-vax.
It'll be good.
Which I think actually he might be anti-vax. I think he might be a virus Digimon.
Oh my god, really?
Let's look him up. Research time.
I'm not sure if that's actually how the baby elephant walk goes, but part of it is.
I lied. He is vaccine Digimon.
Oh, so he's literally not.
But he is played by Bob Pappenbrook, father of Bryce Pappenbrook.
Oh!
Who played like a ton of Digimon in Digimon Adventure 02 and the original Adventure, so he probably was a little bit tired.
Monokuma-mon. Right? Bryce Pappenbrook is Monokuma, isn't he?
No, Bryce Pappenbrook is Makoto Naegi.
Oh. Oopsie, I'm sorry.
Fake fan.
I'm a fake fan.
Yeah. So then, Vmon, I wrote somewhat unceremoniously, digivolves into X-Vmon.
Yeah, this was a very meh way to give us Vmon to champion level.
So, yeah, well, because when I'm thinking back to, like, everybody else's, like, champion Digivolutions from the first adventure, it was, like, they were in peril. Like, there was a danger that only their Digimon could help them solve, and they, like, needed to Digivolve right away to solve the problem. We're like,
this dude just has bad breath. Like,
yeah, but also, like, this is, like, the 15th time that Davis has been, like, in danger in this episode. I guess, you know what? It does kind of fit Davis.
Yeah, that it's, like, wacky and kind of annoying.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on X-Vmon?
I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's pretty boring. It's like they took Vmon and, like, stretched him out
longer,
and made him ripped. And, like, there's something about his body that is, like, too human. His head isn't, but, like, the rest of his body is, like, other than it being blue, is, like, pretty humanoid looking to the point where it feels weird that he's not wearing pants. Like, there's something about it that makes me uncomfortable.
It feels very not Digimon for him not to be wearing pants.
Yeah, because, like, Flamedramon has armor.
You think they would give him, like soccer shorts?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Cinderace!
We started watching the Pokemon Journeys anime. Because I'm an equal opportunity kids with cute monsters anime lover.
Same.
So I don't feel like I'm betraying Digimon by watching Pokemon. And I wanted to catch up on what Ash was doing since he's leaving the anime.
Yeah.
So,
and we are big fans of his Cinderace, I would say.
We're a big fan of Go's Cinderace. We're not big fans of Go, but...
No. We also love Grookey. Grookey's so cute.
Grookey is an agent of chaos. Anyway, back to Digimon, the better of the two kids with cute monsters anime. Yeah, I I think Digimon is supposed to match another Digimon that we meet up with, and that's why he is so humanoid looking.
Oh.
I think also probably more humanoid looking equals easier to make action figures.
That's probably true. I was underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Being real.
And then they kind of defeat Tortamon by doing a silly bit. Like, they throw him over the cliffside and he falls, and then he, like, spins around, and then he goes and washes his hands.
Yeah, and then he's all happy.
And then he's like, ha, 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 ha. So...
One thing I didn't get from this episode is, like, the other kids kept being like, I don't think Tortamon's that mad. When he was? I don't know, it was weird.
Maybe they were trying to, like, imply to us that, like, oh, Tortamon is just like, you kids!
Get off my lawn!
Get off my Digilawn!
Don't watch me piss! Which, like, honestly, a reasonable request.
Yeah. Or, like, don't throw boulders at me while I piss.
Yeah.
In the next episode... Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Episode 23 is entitled Genesis of Evil.
Yeah, wow.
/ When the Digivice is tainted by darkness, which I think is a title of a Fiona Apple.
Yeah, it sounds very Fiona Apple, or even like Tori Amos, like one of those artists.
Well, this episode has got very Tori Amos energy.
It does. Excuse me.
So this is a Ken episode.
Yeah, this was an interesting episode. I think it had highs and lows.
Well, we start off with, like, Ken is still, like, sick and bad.
Yeah, he's, like, basically comatose almost.
Yeah, and his parents are really worried about him. His mom with her really sweet voice acting.
Yeah.
Editing Adam here again. We had a little oopsie. And I don't think we really missed anything important, but, yeah, Ken's mom her voice acting is very good. There's a lot of stuff about Ken not being able to wake up because he hasn't found his heart yet, which is, Ken is in Kingdom Hearts before Kingdom Hearts came out. He is the original Sora.
Yeah.
Not even Sora is the
Not even Sora is the original Sora. Oh, poor Sora.
So we learn about Ken's brother, Sam, and how he's Ken's older brother.
Mm-hmm.
And he was, like, a super genius as well. So these parents got good genes.
Levi Strauss?
Probably not. They're more of Mira Jane Strauss fans.
Whew, that was a 1-2. That was a good volley. Hope y'all enjoyed that.
Thank you. We're not doing a fairy tale podcast.
We're not, because we're too deep in.
There's
too many episodes.
And we're not enjoying that.
we were enjoying it until this arc.
Yeah. So anyway. Ken is very clearly, like, as a youth. Also, I can tell more. It's crazy to me that I never realized that the actor who played Ken and the actor who played Vimon were the same person. You told me that when you looked it up.
Oh, that was so long ago, but you're right, yeah.
I listened to our podcast, so I remember this stuff. I also edit our podcast, so I remember this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, because young Ken in these flashbacks in this episode sounds just like Vimon.
Yeah, he does.
So, Ken is very clearly jealous of Sam.
Yeah, there's this one scene where it's, like, supposed to be, like, all of the neighbors, but it's just one lady.
There's just one lady that they keep... It's almost like a nightmare. This one woman keeps coming up to... Like, it's one model, but she's clearly supposed to be different people, because they keep recoloring her to be...
Like, green, purple,
blue. And she's the anime archetype of the lady.
Yeah. She wants, like, a thread of his hair so we can clone Sam.
Yeah.
Of Ken's brother. And, like, all this stuff. Like, does he need a girlfriend? And all this, like, weird stuff.
And, like, lady, he's, like, probably, like, 10 in this flashback.
Yeah.
Calm down.
And he also, I realize now he looks a lot like Joe.
Yeah. So then... so Ken is jealous of Sam, and he wishes that Sam would not be around, because then his parents could pay attention to him more, which is a very, like, I think, normal
little
kid thing to wish when, like, your sibling is, like, your parents hyper-focus on your sibling.
Yeah, he specifically says, maybe if if Sam disappeared, my parents would love me again. Which is so sad.
They would love me. Because Ken is the younger brother.
Yeah.
So, I do not like that Sam calls Ken Kenny Boy.
No, I also did not love, I'm going to be honest, did not love Sam's voice acting. It was very I told you not to touch my stuff, Kenny Boy. If you do that again, I'm going to be really mad at you.
Well, he was really mad at that part. It felt like a very sharp jump.
Yeah, he also smacked him, which was not cool.
So then we have a scene where Ken and Sam, which they say that they were in Sam's bedroom, but it's the same bedroom we see Ken in later. So I'm assuming they just shared a room.
Yeah.
Well, they're playing in their room, and a Digivice emerges from the computer, and they both assume it's Sam's Digivice. It's not. It's meant for Ken.
Yeah.
And then Ken goes on an adventure in the digital world.
Well, Sam, puts it away and says, don't touch it.
Don't touch it. And then Ken decides one day that he's going to touch it.
He's immediately I'm going to touch it.
And Ken is making some really valid points about Sam. Because Ken goes on an adventure in the digital world, and then he comes back out, and then Sam is like, I told you not to touch my stuff, and he smacks Ken, and he's like, you've broken my trust, and I can never trust you again.
Yeah, it's very dramatic.
And I was like, this is clearly they both got issues.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be interesting to maybe see a universe where Sam didn't die.
Yeah.
And then Sam having to cope with. I want there to be some slightly deeper character writing for these characters sometimes, because even though I love 02, it's my favorite season. I want a little bit better for my people.
Yeah. I think the second half of this episode underscores that a lot too.
Ken is making some valid points about Sam. Sam shouldn't have hit him, but then he keeps reverting. He keeps having these memories of Sam and his life with Sam, and him being very jealous of Sam, or Sam being mean to him. But it keeps being intercut with this memory of him and Sam as little kids. Ken may have been 3, and Sam may have been 6.
Yeah.
On their little back stoop or
balcony,
patio balcony, blowing bubbles together, and that being something that Ken is better at than Sam, because Ken is much more gentle.
Yeah.
So then, Car-chan strikes again.
Oh my god. Well, Ken, once again says, I wish he would just disappear.
Yeah.
And then he does.
He does disappear. He gets hit by a car and dies.
Yeah. And we see his, shoe fly off and everything.
We see, his body fly across the screen. It's, in silhouette. But
yeah.
I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Another case of the Mondays.
I remember watching this as, a child and being oh my god. Because, I don't know, I didn't, grow up in, a city, really.
No, you did not. You grew up in the woods.
Well, no, even before that, because when I was watching this, we lived in a different town.
Oh, yeah.
And I was, my mom always told me not to go near the road. There was cars and stuff. But then, once I got older, I would go on, walks by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I guess it was, it's crazy to me that, a person could hit another person with their car.
Yeah, at that time.
Yeah. So,
Ken's I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Yeah,
at the funeral.
Yeah, at the funeral, he's I didn't mean for you to really disappear, and it's very sad.
Yeah.
And then one day, a mysterious email comes to Ken on Sam's computer.
Which I thought this was Jenai.
I don't think it's Jenai. I think it's somebody. I think it might be this new evil that we're.
I think that now, but at this point in the episode, I thought it was Jenai.
Well, no, because it kind of seems from the that we got, it's that it is reading the email in the sender's voice, and it's kind of mysterious, and And it's, to me, it seems that it's manifesting the idea of the Digimon Emperor in Ken's.
Yeah, it's like you're destined for greater things or something, right?
Yeah, but it like, I mean, I know what's happening because I've seen this before, but like, objectively, the vibes are off.
Yeah, and then is it right if we have the flashback to the bubbles again?
No.
Okay.
Ken goes into the digital world again here and visits the dark ocean. Did you notice that?
Oh no, I didn't.
He goes into the digital world, except it's the dark ocean, and we hear all of like his dark thoughts about his brother being whispered and stuff. And then he puts his Digivice, which what looks like the original Digidestin's Digivices, into the water of the dark ocean, and it turns into his black Digivice that he has now.
Oh, I didn't realize. I didn't put that together. Does he have Wormmon at this point?
We don't see him with Wormmon at this point.
There is one flashback where he's with.
Yeah, well, I think we'll get there because I had more to talk about.
Okay.
So, my next note is that Ken's parents are also going through realizations in this episode. Like, realizing that they might have been not as good of parents as they thought they were because they kind of are feeling like maybe they just pressured Ken into becoming his brother once his brother died. Yeah. And then they're like, maybe we pressured Sam into doing things that he didn't want to do, like be a genius, and maybe we should just let our kids tell us who they want to be.
Yeah.
I hope that one day they meet Izzy's mom. I think that she would be a good, like, mom friend for Ken's mom. Oh, I also think they should meet Cody's grandfather.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
King of healthy snacks.
Yeah.
I do have to mention the cringiest, most emo line that the show has given us.
What?
There's one flashback where it's Ken now blowing bubbles on his own, and he goes, "Each bubble was empty inside, but none was as empty inside as I was." And I was like, what in the Taking Back Sunday is this bullshit?
Where are you?
Where are you? That's Blink-182, babe.
I don't know.
And I was like, bro, you just posted cringe. Me at this 3-year-old.
Mourning the loss of his brother.
Yeah. Wow, you're crying? How cringe.
Doing some research on the podcast. Doing some research on the podcast. Doing some research on the podcast.
What are you looking up?
Sir. I have a couple more notes about this before I get to it. I was just researching. This episode must really strike a chord with, like, younger siblings.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, like, which neither of us can.
We're both the oldest.
Yeah. So.
And we're both the most talented and smartest, so. I'm just joking.
I don't think I'm definitely the most talented. I don't know if I'm the smartest.
I'm the most oldest. For sure. No one can ever take that from me. Unless I die and one of them outlives me. Like by more than 2 years. Anyway.
Okay.
While pondering the immortality.
Ken wakes up with amnesia.
This is weird.
But it's not, like, it's like emotional amnesia. Like, he didn't lose his memory. He's lost his heart. Which I'm like, what in the Birth by Sleep? Like, what is this?
Birth by Sleep?
It's a Kingdom Hearts game.
Oh my god.
This episode, it literally, like, you could play this episode in the background with none of the audio. Can just be like, you walk away, you don't hear me say, please obey me, please, oh Wormmon, don't go.
Yeah, this felt really clumsy to me. Because, like, he literally spends the first half of the episode telling us, like, his entire childhood backstory.
Yeah.
And then is immediately like, I don't know who my parents are. Who are these people? Who am I? And I'm like, I feel like they just needed an excuse for him to not forgive his parents right when he woke up.
I think what is implied is that his, like, memories are very, like, being the Digimon Emperor really messed him up.
Yeah.
And, like, because we see before, like, the Ken beforehand is, like, sweet and kind and, everything, so.
Yeah, I thought it was, clumsy, the way they handled this section.
So then we have, then Ken kind of, does find his heart. It's Wormmon, because he keeps talking about his heart, and then he keeps remembering Wormmon.
His heart is in the eggs. Kutichie.
So he goes to the digital world again, and goes into Primary Village, and gets told off by some baby Digimon.
He does.
Which is
the Red One was speaking some truth.
It was kind of funny.
It was also Sora and Mimi.
It was also Sora and Mimi's voice actresses, which I was like, I was glad they were available.
Yeah.
And they say that, well, Wormmon wouldn't want to come back because of how you treated him. And I'm like, Wormmon would come back because he loves Ken.
Yeah.
So here we have a reference.
Another
that
reference.
I was researching. So remember in that flashback when it shows like Wormmon and Ken and this, like, Wormmon defeats the Gazimon.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like some weird guy there with Ken that we've never seen.
Yeah.
This is a reference to Digimon Adventure 02 Tag Tamer, which is a sequel to Digimon Adventure and Cathode Tamer, which are 2.5 unreleased in the Western world Digimon games.
Oh my god.
And the sequel stars a character named Rio and Ken.
Honestly, I can't believe I didn't recognize that. Such a fool.
An amateur move on your part.
I know. I should just quit the pod.
So we get this, like, emotional thing where, like, in the flashback where Wormmon tells Ken that Digivice does not belong to Sam, it belongs to him, and that to not let people take advantage of his sweet personality and everything. And I was like, oh, and then Wormmon is back, baby!
Hell yeah! Well, he's Leafmon.
Yeah, he comes back as, well, Ken's crest of kindness begins to glow, and the one nice baby Digimon in the Primary Village is like,
help! Find me, Ken! Please find me!
Well, Poyomon tells him that his crest is glowing because Wormmon must be nearby.
Yeah.
And they find him, and it's a nice, tearful reunion, and then Ken goes back home. Oh, Ken's parents think that he's run away again. And they're like, oh no, he's never gonna, like, his mom's like, he's never gonna come back this time.
Like, he immediately comes back.
And he immediately comes back,
and he knows who they are.
And he knows who they are. And it's a tearful reunion, and I definitely cried.
Yeah. That, like, when I said there were highs and lows this episode, the, like, ending section where he's reuniting with Leafmon/Wormmon is definitely a high. I thought the, like, him weirdly having amnesia for no reason was kind of a low.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
It just wasn't handled right.
Yeah. I almost would have preferred if this episode took place over, like, if we kept cutting back from, like, the Digidestined to Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we kept getting the like, what's going on with Ken and, like, short little vignettes in, like, the next couple episodes instead of, like, alright, Ken's back in business.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we'd like to have a Ken-centric episode to explain his backstory a bit more, because
Kendrick episode.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick.
Lamarmon.
Lamarmon is pretty close to Lamormon, who is...
Oh, a Mormon? A French Mormon.
No, like the death.
Oh.
Lamortmon.
Oh. Well, damn.
He also looks like a big bunny rabbit with bat wings.
So does Kendrick Lamar, funny enough. So, Kendrick played the rabbit in Donnie Darko.
Okay.
When he was, like, 5. No, he would have been, like, 12. Anyway. We have the third episode that we watched.
The third episode is episode 24. If I Had a Tailhammer.
Yeah.
Or Ankylomon, Warrior of Earth.
I wonder who we're going to meet this episode.
We're going to meet Ankylomon, the Warrior of Earth.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Shit.
So then we have a Ken recap.
We do. Is that our first?
I think it's our first. It's obviously our first with him as Ken and not as the Digimon Emperor.
Yeah. Smooth hair Ken.
Yeah, Fierce Bob Ken.
Fierce Bob.
So a shadowy woman appears atop the Ichijoji household.
Yeah.
She's mysterious.
Who is she? Where did you find her?
There's, like, some talk about dinner with the Ichijoji family.
Yeah, Ken's, like, eating more than he usually does.
No, Ken... What I think is happening is that maybe Ken had become so focused on being the Digimon Emperor in the digital world is that he kind of developed, like, a weird eating habit. Not necessarily an eating disorder, but, like, if he wasn't eating enough. Like...
Okay.
And then she asks if he'd like more rice. And then the dad is like, oh, this beef stew is awesome. And I was like, okay, beef stew with rice. Like, I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says, it's chicken parm. And I'm like, first of all, it doesn't even look like beef stew. It looks like sashimi with rice.
Yeah, also, like, if it's chicken parm, why is he getting a bowl of it? That's not how you eat chicken parm.
Some people eat chicken parm in a bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, how are you going to hold the best part of the chicken parm in your pasta?
A plate? Underneath the chicken?
So then, we get to see that Leafmon has digivolved to Minomon, who looks like a cute little bagworm.
Yeah.
And they talk about how, oh, if Ken keeps eating like this, he's gonna have to do Leafmon's gonna have to resort to other methods. Jumping jacks! And he's like, yeah, because he doesn't have any legs.
Yeah, he also sounds like Tommy Pickles.
A little bit, yeah.
Which I'm a fan of. Big Tommy Pickles stands.
Yeah.
Rise up.
Yeah. Pickles gang rise.
What pondering they pickle.
Okay. So then I wrote that the third boule is in Ken's room. She knows about Ken's past.
Dracula. She's a killer. Queen Dracula.
She is definitely giving drag, filth, horror, and glamour.
Yeah, she's serving.
Yeah.
I wrote sexy lady.
I was very obsessed with this aesthetic of, like, woman with silver hair after this character was introduced. So,
okay. That's cool.
Do you have any thoughts on her right now?
That she's mysterious and sinister, but looks cool.
She does bring back the mysterious voice from the previous episode to say how disappointed that voice is in Ken for giving up the power of the Digimon Emperor.
Uh-huh.
So, clearly not Jedi.
No.
So, then we cut from Ken and Minomon's story to the Digidestined repairing a widow primary village.
Yeah. Well, before that, we cut to them in their, like, day lives a little bit, don't they? We see Cody hanging out with his granddad and getting some yogurt.
No, that's after.
Oh, oopsie.
Yeah, because Cody is really fixated on not forgiving Ken. They're talking more about, like, what Ken must be up to in this episode. Like, will he become, like, is he just playing them? Is he planning on coming back? Yada, yada, yada. Which I was like, I think it was pretty obvious from what happened that, like, Ken was not playing them and will not be coming back as the Digimon Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
So, we see that at the primary village, Vmon struggles to digivolve to X-Vmon. And we also see that TK and Kari go off to see if their Digimon can digivolve, and they can't either.
Yeah.
It seems that the control spires are activated again by this mysterious woman. So she can be in the human world and the digital world. So who is she? Who is she, though?
Who is she?
Who is she? Yoli delegates Davis to babysit the little Punimon, and they play soccer.
They do.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
Digimon and Cody are, because they can still armor digivolve, which I was like, why didn't they just do that in the first place?
I know.
Especially since, like, it must be awkward for, like, TK and Kari to be, like, carried by Anjumon and Anjumon versus, like, riding on the back of Pegasusmon and Neferimon.
Yeah.
So then...
I did make a note that, Davis playing with the little babies gave me big, energy of that one episode of Rock of Love, Bus, where they all have to, like, take a bunch of little kids to the pool at the hotel and, like, play with them.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I was like, you go, Ashley.
Yeah. So then, Digimon and Cody are underground, fixing up, like, the underground area.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, they call him Thundermon in the episode. It's Thunderballmon, is his name.
Oh.
Thunderballman appears and starts attacking Cody and Digimon out of nowhere. And he's really strong.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of implies to me that, like, the armor stage of Digimon is, like, in between Rookie and Champion.
It makes sense.
Because, like...
Yeah.
Thunderballmon's only a champion level Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
And... I was so mad about the rice with chicken parm. I'm like, who would do this?
Yeah.
I don't even like chicken parm. But I love pasta. Follow the pasta queen on TikTok.
Mateo Lane.
Once again, me not shouting out like creators who do not need my help.
No. Follow Chef Boyardee on TikTok.
Follow that Chef Boyardee can from that one commercial. So anyway, now that we're back from our brief commercial break, things are not looking good because Digimon digivolves into Armadillomon, and then it looks like a fucking giant boulder like comes down from the ceiling and crushes Cody and Armadillomon.
Yeah, it was pretty dark.
And then Cody's like, "Oh, we're in trouble," and then it's Digimon.
Yep, it's Digivolution time.
Armadillomon Digivolve to Ankylomon!
Which, I love Ankylomon. Again, this was a weird one, because, like, Armadillomon had, like, 45 seconds of screen time and suddenly got his champion form. It was weird.
It is a little bit. To me, it's like, oh, because they're like, trying to rush into the next villain who clearly is somehow connected to this mysterious woman.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on Ankylomon?
Love him. I'm a big Armadillomon fan. And I'm a big Ankylomon fan.
I think Armadillomon to Ankylomon is, like, probably my second favorite of the Digivolutions for the new Digimon.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Have we met your favorite yet?
We do, right now. Because Cody gets sucked up into the sky by Thunderballmon's attack. And a mysterious bug Digimon saves Cody.
Yeah, he's all green and mysterious.
And he engages in... Because, Ankylomon's not going to fight Thunderballmon. He just wants to scare him away.
Yeah.
And Ankylomon is also enormous. Like, he is so big.
Thunderballmon also came to fight for no reason.
Yeah,
or why.
He can just throw hands. So we see that this mysterious bug Digimon destroys Thunderballmon.
Mm-hmm.
He just appears in a kind of mysterious, like, pinkish light, and just, like, his data, like, kind of vanishes.
Yeah.
And so the kids are all a little concerned about that. And then it turns out that this Digimon is Wormmon, who can now Digivolve.
King
shit. We don't know his champion Digimon form's name yet, but...
Yeah. It's giving Paul Rudd, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
It's giving Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We also see that Ken returns, so the Digi doesn't know that Ken is back. And Wormmon can Digivolve now.
But they also know that Ken is maybe trying to help them.
They don't know that. But they do return. Ken and Wormmon leave, and the Digidestined return to playing with the baby Digimon and discover that the control spire that was hovering over the area is gone now.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So, and then we have a short little vignette with Wormmon and Ken, and Wormmon is not going to let this mysterious woman get away again.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody has another talk with his grandfather about being flexible and willing to change, which just my neurodivergent theory is gaining more traction. And I think that Cody's grandpa really should have a talk with the Ichijoji family over some liquid yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
So, who is this mystery woman is our question we're left off with.
Sandra Bullock.
You heard it here first. So we'll be back hopefully sooner rather than later with another episode.
Yeah.
We are probably going to go watch the next 3 right now, and maybe we'll watch them again and take some notes. And maybe we'll record a whole other podcast today, but
my God.
We'll see. It's very cold here where we're at, so there's something else for us to do.
Yeah.
So please follow us on Twitter. That's still going, and for right now, we're still watching Digimon on Hulu. So we will be continuing to do that until we can't anymore.
Yeah.
So, I've been Adam.
I'm Michael.
And let's kick it up
Together.
Bye. Bye.